And welcome back. Alright, so I've done quite a bit of inventory stuff, so mainly distributed some heavier armor, stuff that we found along the way to the guys, and also now, for example, Giselmar here has this white wolf helmet. Right, and also I noticed that I have a level up for Rodelinda here, so let's do it. Okay, let's go with probably hit points and resolve. Yeah, let's go with that. The resolve has not that much utility, I guess. Though I don't remember if she's ever read something, so I could get mind over body at some point, maybe. Actually, I could see now. I might have that here. So let's actually take a look here. Yes, I do have mind over body available. How good is it, though? Does have Berserk, does have Patient Hunter, so sure. Read that if you're able. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So, yes, the resolve is actually good. Let's take it. Alright, and let's mark this or take it now. Well, I'm going to be taking Polar Mastery at least. So let's take that now. And let's mark this in green and this in green as well, but we'll see what I actually take and when. Alright, there we go. And also I have decided to increase the difficulty of the game. The method of doing that will be the world editor, which I have used in the past. I did initially think that I wasn't going to use that here, but since it's been a bit easy, and I would like it to not be that easy so that I remain interested, and also that the run remains perhaps more interesting to the viewer as well, let's change the difficulty here. So this is the world editor screen. We will go to properties. Here is difficulty scaling, and I will put it all the way to the maximum here, 300%, and we'll see if that actually does anything or not. Here we also have combat scaling, maximum brothers for difficulty scaling. Not sure if this will make a difference, but I will also maximize this, I suppose. The value determines the maximum number of brothers are taken to scale difficulty. The default value is your maximum number of brother in battle. Well, it does say 12 here, and I can use 20, so I don't know what's going on with that, but I suppose I can... Let's put it to 25. Let's see if this makes any difference at all. If it doesn't, then too bad, but at least I tried. So there you go. Double check that it's still there. Yes, okay. I'm not going to change anything else. I don't think I could, though, change the champion spawn rate as well, if I wanted to. I have done this in the past, but for now at least, let's skip it. Anyways, yeah, there you go. So now let's deal with this undead here. This is going to be the forest, it seems, unless I want to wait, so I guess I will be fighting in the forest. Everything seems to be in order. Okay, so 20 enemies should be quite easy. Alright, I suppose I will advance a bit. Though I don't need to do so, but let's do so. With this many brothers in battle, it does get quite awkward in these kinds of fights. I guess I could go for a flank. That's going to be a long while to get anywhere. I don't know. Doesn't seem necessary, so let's not. Would be nice to actually snipe the Necromancer, but my archers are way back here. Anyways, I can do that later, I guess. So it's going to be fine. Right, Necrosavant, as well as a Geist. Definitely could be putting more thought into this fight, but I don't need to, so I will refrain. I guess Kettle here just hangs back for the Savant. Not that he can even get anywhere currently. The way is blocked. I think I'll just take this high ground here, actually. Or should I? Actually, then again, while Ludwig here is a frontliner, kind of, there's limited space, so never mind, let's not take it. Let's save that for someone else. Okay. I do generally dislike fighting in the forest, as well as on the mountains, but here we are. Alright, so Rikara does have Pathfinder, it seems. Well, sure, why not? Why the hell not? Just advance. Though, yeah, let's stick around here to protect the backline. And actually, you can stay there, I don't care. Okay, so there's the champion, Sir Freykin, the Doom of Man. Comes with the Manhunter's Watch. So I think that's like a reach cleaver, but we'll see. Kind of exciting, a little bit. Haven't seen one of those yet in this run. We are about to be screamed at. And here come the Necrosavants. 3 of them, okay. No, 4 of them. Alright, so the backline needs a bit of help, perhaps. Let's start using nets. Okie dokie. Nice try there. Embalmed Slave coming in. Anywho, let's see, who do I inspire? Maybe Herbert, actually? For once? Yeah, sure, why not? We might be taking a bit of damage on the archers, but they shouldn't be in any actual danger in a fight like this. Anywho, let's just start doing things. If and when Sir Freykin gets possessed, though, that's a bit dangerous. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, this is a bit awkward. I don't really benefit from dazing this Savant. So I guess Sancho goes here instead. I'll wait for some surround bonuses, I suppose. For that extra 5%, which might make a difference. Also, I actually forgot this auxiliary was there. Didn't pay attention, I suppose. Well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter in the slightest. I could do a rotation for Ludwig, who would be in range of 2 of them. I suppose that's worthwhile. Let's first spend some, though. Okay, well, he tried. On this flank, I guess, yeah, Alretiren does have a rotation, so I can potentially rotate someone at some point. So let's not actually go flanking yet. Speaking of rotations, Arnold also has that available. But instead, should I just stab here? Can't quite get to Henrike yet anyway. I don't know, I don't think it matters. Let's just do it. So the archers for now do nothing. That's fine. Also, if I'm being even slower than usual, it's because I'm slightly hangover. Now let's do a rotation here, though. And with Herald, yeah, I suppose just, well, I can use a net, yes. So let us do so. Okay. Doesn't matter which one I go for, I suppose. Go for that one. Goodbye. Goodbye. And goodbye. Alright. So I'm not really that afraid of an embalmed slave, but also Gudbrand, if he tries to move, can't really get far without Pathfinder. So I suppose we'll just stick around here. Rotate there. Alright, now who to inspire? Does it matter? Not that much. I guess I'll do like Bartholomeus, maybe? Though this Necrosavant might be changing location soon, in which case that's a bit wasted. I'll just wait with it, actually. And I'll use the debilitate thing, I guess, since I have it. With an aimed shot. Yes, did change location. Okay, and we did get a possessed Sir Fraking. That's a bit terrifying for Rikara, but Rikara does have footwork as well. Someone like Giselmar can perhaps tank a bit better. Anywho, plenty of action points. Get rid of that. So can I actually reach the Necromancer here? 2 plus 3 plus 3. That is 8. Yes, I can. I can do that. I think like the only problem there would be that Sir Fraking decides to protect the Necromancer. But I suppose we can prevent that if I just engage with Giselmar. So I will actually do that. And if I wanted to, I could also skip the footwork here, save some fatigue, but let's make sure. There we go. Necromancer has been engaged with. Could have waited for a net again, but I suppose it doesn't matter. Alright, so this is a spear. I suppose I should make sure again that I can actually... Well, there you go. 95. There's also always a chance that you fail. Well, that sucks a bit. Do it, though. Alright, so we'll see what Sir Freykin does. How much damage he can deal. Probably a lot, actually. At least, even with the possession, he shouldn't be able to attack more than twice. I think. We'll see, though. Oh, and did you actually... Did I? No, I don't. But yeah, this was 3 AP to move. Okay, so couldn't have gotten there. I can still try. Because like I said, I'd rather get hit on Giselmar than on Rikara, but let's just stay there. Alright, so decided to wait. They've changed how the AI works. Not sure what this one is accomplishing by doing that, but okay, sure. Who am I to disagree with that decision? Anywho, now let's use a net. Who to inspire? Not sure. Let's do Luthgardis. Actually, never mind. I can't. Well, let's do Bartholomeus. Can at least move closer to the action. Anyways, so Ludwig here does have the Curse of the Mummy. So I'd rather not get hit by Sir Freykin. Let's just use him somewhere around here. It's fine. Bartholomeus gets closer. Alright, did decide to go for Rikara, but yeah, we're fine. Only one attack there. And we also get the Vengeance active from that. Hooray. Anyways, I'll do like something like this. Alright, and the fight is basically over. So obviously we still do have the champion on the battlefield. Anyways, the rest of this should be very easy. '89 miss. Alright, Rikara has also been surrounded. Doesn't have underdog, but these are just Venugangers. We still have Sir Freykin though. Nice vengeance hit there. I'll do a rotation again, actually. It is too crowded. You can just do nothing there. Alright, well, there you go. She tried and she failed. Anyways, one left. There we go. Okay, it seems like no one got a level up. Viftet has the same perk point that he's been keeping around. And this weapon is not that exciting, and it is actually a polearm instead of a ridge cleaver. It seems. Anyways. Okay, let's do a little tiny bit of inventory management, I suppose. Okay, yeah, well, whatever, that's good enough. That is good enough. Anyways, let's keep going. I see brigands. They are quite easy. So I would imagine that it takes a bit of time for the world editor to start actually doing something. This group has spawned before. Anyways, do I kill them? The inventory is full. They're not really a challenge. I'll just skip them. Okay, let's see here. Fletcher has no famed items. But I suppose I could get some armor-piercing arrows and bolts. Which I haven't done yet. It is quite expensive, but I suppose it's worthwhile. Let's check the other things first here, though. Alright, nothing interesting here. How about here? Not really, unless I want a Saleh helmet, which I probably don't, since I have so many famed ones. It is an upgrade still, though. But I suppose I'll skip it. Anyways, let's see. Okay, these are worthwhile. But yeah, the inventory. Let's get rid of a few things, I guess. Selling price is adequate here. try to sell the majority of this stuff at the other place though, where we get the better prices, but let's make some room. And also get some ammunition. Alright, check the books. Okay, Killing Frenzy, well, access are available. Do I care? Not necessarily. Also, I have plenty of these. Well, at least two, I think. Two medium armors. It seems I have one. No, I do have two. Okay, so I think I'll skip the books. So that's the marketplace done. Yeah, let's get some armor-piercing ammunition, I suppose. So large quiver of armor-piercing arrows, plus 30% armor-piercing and minus 10% damage. And let's also get a large quiver of armor-piercing bolts. And I could perhaps get like a stack of 10 as well. Yeah, I guess so. But once again, inventory is an issue, so let's do something about it. So Henrike here actually seems to be the better archer, kind of. There's not a huge difference, but still. Anyways, you get the large quiver of armor-piercing arrows. And let's see, does anyone... Yes, you don't have something, so you can have that. You can have those. And this can go there. Also, I have decided that... Well, I guess I mentioned it already, but I will be selling these runes. And it does seem like, yeah, they're only worth 1200 now. I think they used to be worth much more, but... when there are more ways of acquiring them in the game via the rune chosen, I guess it makes sense that they are now cheaper. So you cannot get ludicrously rich by selling them. Anyway, so let's get this still, and then I think we are done here. And that can go to the other archer, which is Astrid. Do it like that, I guess. Let's give this actually to... Well, then again, does it matter? Maybe it doesn't matter. No, but I will give this large quiver here to Henrike. No melee weapon. Alright. Let's get a move on. Go to Schwanstadt again. Here we are. And they say mercenaries are cutthroat. Yes, they do say that. Anywho, let's start selling things. We have 55 as the selling price. Once again, pretty ludicrous. Okay. Do I care about this? Well, I guess I maybe care about the ghoul skin parts. Man splitters. Do I care about those? Maybe keep like one of them. Alright, and I will also be selling these runed weapons that we found. So it would be nice to use them, but I have made an executive decision that we won't be using these runes due to our no magic rule. So, yeah, goodbye. Also, slight bug here. Bane, color, etc., etc., etc. Runed. Yes, goodbye. Goodbye. They don't even sell for that much, which is a bit of a disappointment, I guess. Anyways, I suppose I should probably camp for a bit to get a better price still for some of this junk that we have. So I will do so, but let's sell some things first. Don't need a noble sword. Also, I guess some of these armor parts might be worth repairing as well. In any case, we are rich again, absolutely loaded. 62,000. Don't need these heavy helmets, I guess. I have plenty of faint ones at the moment. There's actually one here that I'm not even using. Maybe I could find someone to use it, but let's not do so at the moment. I suppose I'll repair this orc great helm. Anyways, like I said, let's now camp for a bit. Before anything else, there is also an event at camp. Alright. What say you travelers? Care for a show? Do I care for a show? Okay, usually I just rob them, but I suppose I have the money. This is a bit steep, but sure, we'll pay for a show. You pay for a show, which the troupe puts on quite well. The jesters crack out some jokes, the jugglers juggle, which is sorta old hat, but whatever. Singers sing, swords get swallowed, fire breathed, and the mime, well, he's god-awful, and you actually hope he dies. When it's all said and done, you do feel like you got your money's worth, and the men are happy. Hooray. Anyways, like I said, let's camp for a bit and repair these things. So I guess I'll just sell this new famed weapon that we got. Alright, we are not doing anything there. We are doing things there though. So let's see, someone's still in salvage. That's you. Get out of there. And also, you don't need to be healing. Let's still assign like one person to repair. Okay, that's probably good enough. Okay. There is also, or there was, a caravan contract available here. If it goes somewhere which can spawn something, then I will take it. Okay, additional fur padding has been crafted. I guess I'll immediately see if someone's... Okay, yeah, let's just give it to... well, actually, maybe this is better, actually. How about you? You are using this. Degrees minus 25. Well, this is better. Kind of better. This also weighs less, so it's easier to use on lithe armor, though. Maybe I'll see about the lithe guys first. Do you have something? You have this. Well, let's make a switch there. And who else is lithe? Well, isn't Herbert lithe? Yes, I think he is. So do that. And we should still be within the values. Yes, it looks like it. And now we have two of these mail patches, so who doesn't actually have something like that? Baldwin, let's see if anything happens to these values here if I use this. It does. Okay, so let's not bother with that at the moment. I could mess with the armor itself or the helmet to make it lighter, but Not going to bother at the moment. So let's see here. Okay, good branch. Okay, still within values. Good. And then we have one more piece. Maybe Bartholomew's. Yes. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now let's offload the rest of the junk, and then we'll see. Don't care about those, I guess. Alright, so let's see here. Bear with me or don't. I suppose I'll sell this orc axe. Malignant shield breaker, huh? It doesn't even have enhanced shield damage. Goodbye. Not that that would be the valuable thing for it to have. Might be worthwhile. Yeah, let's keep this wooden stick here. Maybe I will use it at some point. Maybe. Alright, let's see. Maybe keep one of these. Do I care enough actually to keep even one of them? I guess I'll keep the long axe because I might be fighting Scruts at some point. This is worth far more. Well, let's actually see. What are the actual attacks with it? Strike and skewer. Alright, I guess I'll sell the other one in that case. Let's keep this Manhunter's Vulture for now. And I guess I'll keep a Man-Splitter around. You never know if you might feel the need to split a man. Okay, there we go. That's probably good enough for selling things. Now, what the hell is this? Escort caravan where? Skjold. Did Skjold have anything? Where is Skjold? Taxidermist only. Okay, I will skip in that case. Anyways, I could look for the witch hut. Let's go take a look here, I guess. We have 78,000, paying 600 per day. A child is found beside the path with a skull laid between their legs. It's upside down with insects battling one another in the bowl of the brain pan. The kid briefly looks up. "Hi there!" You ask where his parents are. He picks up a dead bug from the skull, looks at it, then tosses it over his shoulder. He puts another wiggling gladiator into the grey arena, then stares at you. "Parents? Why, they ain't been around for a while. Father went to his parents and mother to hers, and they both was eaten." You raise an eyebrow and ask for him to repeat what he just said, but the kid ignores you, absent-mindedly cheering into the hollow head as his bugs do battle. Stupid grown-ups interrupting the entertainment. Okay, Forgotten Homestead, I think I'll leave that place there. So it does seem like perhaps the difficulty scaling is working. This seems a bit enhanced. Maybe. Anyways, let's continue scouting. Goblins. Yeah, this is goblin territory. We know there's some kind of famed item here. I don't remember if it told me what, but I guess I'll deal with that place. But yeah, let's leave the goblins be. Unearthed grave mounds. What do we have here? Just a pretty easy fight, it seems. Though there are several ancient honor gods. as well as a Necrosvant Launch, but yeah, I don't think we'll have difficulties with that. Anyways, yes, nets. I always forget about the nets. And I'll still hang on to this perk point with Wifted. Only 16 enemies. Alright, wait for a net on the Höllenhund. You can rotate someone. Okay, being a bit indecisive there. Well, I suppose I know the feeling. Alright, I'll just rotate. When in doubt, do an offensive rotation. Alright, I'll actually try to move here. Success. Kind of forgot about this Necrosvant Lord, but it doesn't matter. They have no chance at all. Okay, can I find a reap spot? Yes, I can. Is it a good spot? I guess so. Rest in peace. Yep, kind of easy. Anyways, at least unlike zombies, they are pretty quick to deal with. Easy. Running out of things to say. Anyway, soon to be done here. Three left. Two left. There we go. There we go. And we get a famed armor. Hooray. It's actually pretty decent for nimble. Yeah, well, let's take a closer look at it in a moment. In a moment. Uno momento, por favor. So let's see. Over here. So we have Champion's Swank. 77 durability minus 5 weight. Pretty good. Pretty good. And we also have Masterforged Peel. 45 durability minus 1 weight. Okay, that's pretty nice. Okay, so who gets those? Who is nimble and the most valuable nimble guy, I guess? The answer might actually be Kettle, but Kettle already has famed stuff, so it's a bit awkward. Yeah, I have a ton of lithe people. I guess it could be Vifted, but usually avoids the melee. Maybe Swanhilder, that's a bit silly as well though. How about Linda? Linda is nimble, yeah? He's a backliner. Well, we have Arnold. Yeah, Arnold might make sense. Already has kind of good armor, but I suppose we can make it better. Okay, sure. Let's make it better. So have that. That's minus 1 weight from that. And let's, for now at least, have this and that. Also heavy cloak. 30 durability, minus 4 weight, plus 2 resolve. Might actually use this here on Arnold. We'll see. Minus 10 weight, 177. So if I add this, what happens? The nimble value. Okay, maybe not worthwhile. We can use a lighter piece instead. So we can fit... Let's see here. Surely we have a cloak of some kind somewhere. Perhaps we don't. But I can make a switch with someone else. So this is easy to fit on someone who's battle-forged. Did Rand have... Okay, yeah, let's make a switch there. And now if I use this one, the dark woolly cloak. Okay, there we go. Perfect nimble value. And then I have the southern arm guards, perhaps for someone else. Maybe. Let's see, who was nimble? I keep forgetting. You already have those. You already have them as well. Okay, for Linda, I guess. Yeah, good enough. Good enough. Also, I suppose maybe let's actually use Linda in battle for once. So let's put like Sütze out of it. And also bring Rodelinda. Who sits out? Let's sit out Swanhilder. There we go. And also, once again, the nets. Also, this is repaired. I think we don't perhaps need a battle-forged helmet currently on anyone. I might be mistaken on that, though. Anyways, there we go. So, let's scout around here for a bit, but I'm going to leave pretty soon because I'm likely to find goblin locations. And I just dislike goblins. Even when they're easy. Basak Nox. I mean, we could find some famed gear by doing those, but I will skip. Alright, we have spawned. Is that like champion direwolf rider or something? Mudbung skin muncher. Yet again, they are munching on skin. It's a delicacy, maybe. I mean, that's an easy fight. Do I want to go chasing them, though? Just for the champion? So... I don't really care about famed goblin weapons. Though there might be new ones, maybe? My hatred and dislike of goblins is leading me to the direction of skipping this fight. But I guess I'll go take a look at the champion, so let's chase them down. Also, since the AI pathfinding is so dumb, don't need to do much chasing. I'm mostly just curious about this champion. Okay, so we have a white direwolf rider champion. This time is actually nimble. 103 melee skill, comes with a spiky stake, which I would imagine will not see any use. And is going for the flank, very annoyingly. What else would I expect from a goblin? God damn it, guys. You're going to die anyway. Just come and die. Be like your bigger cousins, the orcs. Also, why did that deal damage? It seems they've changed how the vines work, because that dealt damage. Not a lot. Not a lot, but a little bit. Congratulations! Goblin shamans are even more annoying than they used to be. Not a big deal, but still. So that one didn't. Okay, it's from... because this one is a witch doctor instead of a shaman. Okay, well, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Also, apparently it does actually continued damage. Doesn't say anything about that in the tooltip. But anyways... okay, let's start freeing people. If you're able to. %42% only. Well, we can improve that. Okay, you can break free on your own. Let's take the high ground there. And is the rotation? Kind of, there is. I suppose I'll also rotate you. Okay, let's begin killing. Finally. Have a net. Have a net. Okay, and you can just, well, maybe, yeah, sure. Go here. Have a stun. Have a death. Okay, move, I guess. Unnecessary, but sure. Also, it seems I've blocked good branch. Doesn't matter though. Not in the slightest does it matter. Okay, champion to the north. Witch doctor decides to move. Sure, why not? Alright. That actually dealt far less than I thought it would. Anyways. We are getting there, obviously. How would you like to be headshot? Okay, so let's see here. 49 initiative. 55 initiative. Just wondering which one I should try to perhaps stun. I guess it's still the champion. I can wait on that though, but if I do, I don't get the daze as well, and the stagger, which both of them do help. Step over there, I guess. And he fails. Okay. There goes the champion. However, now we have a Harrier here, who is, it seems, still a champion. And has the same weapon. Okay, well, I guess that's fair enough. A bit silly that he lost his name, though. Doesn't matter. Oh, and this is a reach weapon, the gnarly staff. Didn't realize. I suppose it's been changed at some point. Also, yes, it's a staff, but I think it used to be a mace. Oh, and spawns a sapling. Interesting. Won't make a difference. Alright, Tribe Defender is going to be leaving. That's fine. See ya. Okay, so can I catch up? Maybe. Well, let's see. Doesn't matter, but I suppose I will kill him if I'm able to. Yes, I can. Okay. Well, it seems you're not getting away after all. You silly goblin. There we go. Alright. Sword slash polearm. It does have the good things. Plus damage, plus armor ignore. Maybe? No, we'll see. Maybe I will actually use it. Let's take a look in a moment. Alright, so... has a great slash. And a skewer attack. Alright, So it doesn't have a reach attack. I don't know. 4 AP and 5 AP attacks. The skewer attack is quite nice. 20 fatigue to use, though. And that is with the discount. Let's see. Who doesn't have a discount on anything? Is it Baldwin? No. How about... No, you have perfect fit. Everyone has fatigue discounts, it seems. Do you have any? It seems like no. 23 fatigue, it seems. Okay. And 13 for the Great Slash. Can I immediately find a use for that weapon? Not sure. I don't think Baldwin has enough fatigue to play with to use that. 12 and 26. Okay, we did have some kind of discount. Yeah, it's from Polearm Mastery. Yeah. Makes sense. Anyway, so it should be used, I guess, by a sword or polearm user. I don't have a sword guy yet. Baldwin might eventually be one if the run goes on long enough and he's alive, but then again, I have other things as well I could take instead. I don't know, let's keep it in the inventory for now. Not a triple find by any means. Those used to be just spears. Anyways, like I said, I'll leave these goblin locations be. I think. For now, at the very least. Let's go to Airlock. And we can scout west and to the north from Adleberg. Or I might find like a caravan going somewhere which can spawn famed items. Also more goblins. Akik Nosebiter. Okay, well this is a melee fight, so I will do it, I guess. Once again, I don't think we'll have any difficulties, so... a bit disappointed, perhaps. But yeah. I'll leave the... I guess it doesn't matter if I leave these guys out of this. Not really, since these are ranged as well. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Looks like it doesn't matter. Stupid goblins. Anyways, we hold still. I'm not going to go out looking for them. They can do at least a little bit of work. There's one of them. There's another one. Hi there. How nice to see you. Would you care for a net? Well, even if you don't. You can hold still, actually. Third time's the charm. Goodbye. Alright, the rest of you guys, can you please come? It seems not. How silly of you. Well, I guess how silly of me to expect anything else. Okay, just hold still. Let's move these archers there, I guess. They also have more vision. Alright, so they're going to be flanking us. Well, they already are. You stupid, annoying goblins. Okay, hello. What the hell are you trying to do? You're just, delaying the inevitable with your annoying maneuvers. Oh, god damn it. Okay, well, whatever. End round. Just pick a target and go for it. Please. Okay, there you go. Yeah, good job. You managed to hit Henrique once. There you go. Have a net. Let's do that. Oh, stupid goblins. Okay, out of nets. Alright, let's see here. 62, let's wait for a surround bonus. I guess, since they don't have underdog. Still can wait. And I will. Yeah, actually getting melee there. And wait. We're here. Let's save this spot. Well, then again, should I? Maybe not. I can go here instead with these guys. So sure, take that spot. You wait for now. You go here or here. Which one? Does it matter? Let's just go there. Alright, and Herbert, is there a rotation for you? Not really, it seems. At least I don't immediately see one. Just move like here. And actually hope that this misses. It didn't. For the faint parry effect. Right. And you over there, I guess. Do a rotation here. And also, I guess, a mark for once. Okay, so Arnold does not have underdog, so will be hit a lot, even with 83 melee defense, I guess, against these enemies. Probably is fine though. Also, I can do a rotation there. Sure. Let's do a rotation. Right, and stun, like so. You just hold. Right, and you can actually fire from there now, if you'd like. Or I can make room for someone else. Doesn't matter. You tried. Nice try. Okay, already dazed there, so I'll just move with you. Also nearly actually dealt with. Stabity stab stab. Dealt with. Guess I'll wait for some nets. Speaking of nets. Yeah, you can hit him again if you'd like. Instead goes for Giselma. Yo dog, I heard you like nets. Would you like to have more? Speaking of nets, is there? Yes. Is someone left without a net? We don't want to make anyone feel like they're less worthwhile or something. It seems everyone is netted. Okay, and inspire. Let's do Giselma. And now I might actually want to move here, but let's first, like, fire a shot. This one, yeah, it's so annoying that we get this freedom of movement goblins afterwards, and we don't have the nets. In the end, it doesn't once again matter all that much, but yes, it is indeed annoying to deal with them. 29 and a miss. Alright, and Herbert. Herbert, what will you do, Herbert? Just do a rotation here. And attack like one of them. Okay, 4 left. Still 4 left. Oh dear. you silly, silly goblins. 34. Just wait. 17. 27 with an aimed shot. Go for the other one. Ow, ow. Ow, ow. Honestly, the damage is negligible, but I'll still say ow to make them feel better. Okay, so I still have... yeah, fine. Fine, let's use a net again. And go pick up more. Goodbye. Nearly dead there. I guess I'll wait. Kind of better to get the werewolf there instead of the goblin. No freedom of movement. Whatever, just move there and attack, it's fine. Could have used another attack. Okay, nearly done. There we go. And we do get ranch a level out of that. White Direwolf Rider's Impaler. Okay, this one's less good. Far less good. But there we go. Rand is level 14. So, what to take? I could actually see fatigue being the correct answer. 41 is usually enough though. So if he gets dazed, it's minus 25%, right? That's not that bad. I don't know. You can't really go wrong with hit points, I guess. Like that. Okay, let's camp for a bit. And once again, repair things. So I should check about these goblin shaman weapons. Are they worth using? Could also salvage, maybe? Are there things? There are things. Things to salvage. Three nomads with Yakuba the Death Stalker. Let's kill them in a moment. So when I did wait like that, it's possible that they run off to... Also, please pause the game when I do that. Oh yeah. Yeah, well this happened. I guess my bad. Anyways, good for you, First Sandberg Company. Okay, let's camp again. Too bad. I did realize that might happen, but I realized it too late. Anyways, go to airlock. So I could now hunt some lintworms. That might actually be a challenge. Do I care about lintworms though? Not really. 6,000 for it. Do I care? You don't really get much useful things out of them. I think I'll pass. Though I might do like a stallworm contract. Though that probably would not be a good idea even still. Probably not. But anyways, let's go to Sandberg. Stallworms might actually kill us, maybe. Also, I'm not sure if the legendary beasts have been tuned since I last played Legends. Okay, I see a very easy group of nomads. Do I care about the nimble layers that they provide? The number 1 layers specifically? Maybe. Okay, fine, I'll kill them. I guess I'll do so. Let's increase the combat speed to the maximum, though. Very impressive. The game can't really handle this speed. Well, not with my PC. And not with Legends. I think it can with Reforged, since that seems to be less intensive of a mod to use. In any case, 7 nomads left. Well, aren't you the tough guy, Mr. Executioner? I should have gone for the staff days there, I guess, but I can get a kill as well, so never mind. Do you have last stand? You don't, you have underdog. I have a mark. Right, please guys, can you die already? I am getting impatient. There we are. Right, pick up the garbage. My stomach is grumbling, but not loud enough, it seems, for the microphone to pick it up. Lucky you. While setting up for a camp, Rodelinda takes you aside, the staunch, muscle-bound woman looking unusually concerned.
Sir, this equipment of ours is in really bad shape. It's a disgrace to be seen fighting in this. It is high time we bring it back to working condition.
The brute of a woman rolls up her sleeves and swings around her hammer, seemingly eager to spend a whole night working her anvil. Okay, I think this just repairs some things, which is kind of meaningless. Whatever, do what you think is best. What? I don't care. Hooray, we've repaired some things. Rodelinda spends a whole night in her workshop working her anvil. She pulls steel together and works her magic on her own, mending the weapons back into excellent condition. After the work is done, she walks out, wiping a huge torrent of sweat from her brow.
It is done, as best as I can do in these conditions.
Nice work! Hooray! You're being useful. A little bit, maybe, kind of. Anyways, buy some things here. Let's get some food, yeah. Let's get food. Okay, and that's probably everything we do. Don't care about these contracts. So let's go to Adlerberg, and like I said, then we will scout to the west or north, probably. Weaponsmith has nothing of interest. Armorer has nothing of interest. Marketplace. Maces. Axes. Dogs. Nimble. Woodsman's cuts. Don't care though. Woodsman's cuts might be like okay for someone with an axe. I don't know what this specifically does, actually. I don't remember if Goodbrand has read something, but yes, it seems he has. Okay, so I don't care about that book, it seems. Let's get a bit of tools and move out. And I finally find the witch hut. Okay, kind of super easy location. I should probably do it because I might be able to craft one of those Banshee amulets. But I'll leave it there for a little bit. Let's scout instead in this direction. The Fallen Star. Okay, so the witch hut is probably to the north. It's not going to be in the desert, I don't think. I don't think that's possible. Night Dweller's Temple. Okay, so we have some embalmed here. Sure, I guess. Sure. Let's do that. "16 embalmed. Embalmed Queen. Oh yeah, those come with, it seems, famed weapons. The priests don't. Anyways, hold. Well, actually, wait. I suppose I'll lower the combat speed in a bit, though this again should be quite easy. You can just engage there. I suppose I shouldn't underestimate these enemies, but I'm expecting this to be easy again. They do deal good damage, though. And the curse can be an annoyance, at the very least. Okay, let's lower the combat speed a bit. Down to 2. Haven't been using the scuba attack. I guess I could use it here. It is far more fatigue intensive though. So at least for now, let's pass on that. 1 down. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong guy. Well, doesn't matter. Meant to do loot Hardis instead. Now let's use you like over here. Oh, and this one was actually, yeah, pretty close to death. That's a mistake. Not a big one, but still. Alright, and Herbert. I'll do a rotation. Okay, so the queen might actually hurt us. We shall see. Okay, Baldwin cursed times 2. Queen misses. A 56. Oh, one-shotted. Didn't expect that. Alright, 9 left. Do I step here? I suppose I could. Does it matter? Don't know. One damage. Surely worthwhile. Surely. Seems Rikara will get to kill the queen before she can do anything. Yay. Okay, last shot. Well, there you go. Third time is the charm. Alright, 5 left. Four left. Three left. Okay. Two more. And just one. Alright, yeah, once again, easy. Get some levels out of that. Okay, and we get a famed helmet. It's okay. Nimble helmet. Legendary location map. Okay, I guess this time I will actually read one of these. It might even be the witch hut. And we get a two-handed spear. Okay, well there we go. That's a weapon for Herbert. Enhanced damage. Enhanced effectiveness against armor. Yoink. Okay, so before anything, I guess I'll read the legendary location map. This map seems to have marked location and a lot of annotations. Right-click to study it. What the hell? So I know there's something here, but I don't actually see what it is. So where was that? Where the hell was that? Here? Yeah, I don't see anything. But there is a legendary location supposedly there. Okay. Anyways, Herbert, would you like a new weapon? I bet you would. I bet you would. Embalmed Queen's Pricker. Has a prong, has a Heartseeker, has a skewer, and has a spear wall. 23 fatigue spear wall, because I don't have spear waller. Anyways, there you go. Do you still want to carry a fighting spear? I guess in some situations, maybe. How about the flanked mace? How much fatigue is it to carry that? Some. I guess you don't need that. In some situations, I suppose, it might be better, maybe. But this is a good weapon. Prong is 5 AP. Heartseeker is 7. Skewer is 6. Anyways, pretty happy about that find. Let's do some levels. So, well, let's do the nets first. Anyways, Azur level 13 in a moment. I'll take more hit points this time. And we also have Herald, level 12, gets a perk point, which goes, I think, to Barrage. Slingstone will now debilitate on headshots and baffle on body shots. Seems decent enough to me. He is still a drunk. And I don't have the damage perks really, since I went instead for nets. Let's take more fatigue, maybe? Has already over 100, though. Well, in that case, I don't know. No athlete, it seems. Does have perfect fit. Anyways, takes the barrage perk, even though this guy mainly just throws nets around. Alright, and sure, I'll take the fatigue, I guess. Because of Arnold, level 11, picks up Prisoner's Rush. Help with the daggering. Okay, so it's between the Resolve and the Initiative. Both of which are, I guess, decent. Let's take more Resolve. Alright, and yes, once again, Wifted still holding on to his perk point, as is Hot Word. Okay. Let's go a bit north. Easy undead location. Circle of the Bloodbound, pack of Necrosavants. Okay, I'm not really afraid of that. Also, an Undead Crisis Undead group. Which is, I guess, still not really a challenge, but it is 28 strong. Wandering towards civilization. Anyways, let's go for the savants, I guess. We can at least find some famed stuff. But that will be next time. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you then.